Hello, my name is Randall Colburn. I am the author of Hesperia, which is playing at Writers Theater, as I'm sure you know if you're watching this. I'm going to answer some questions that you guys have put forth, and I'm going to answer about three of them, and let's get started. First question that I thought I would answer, somebody asked, said, Ian was as complex a character as Trevor. How did Colburn manage to make him at once seductive, sad, manipulative, lonely, heartless, and frightened? First off, thank you that that's coming across. It's hard to make characters have those different layers. I think sometimes it's very easy to make somebody one thing, but that's not how people are. And so, when I write a character, I really try to get in their head as much as possible and think about this idea that they are a human being with really complicated emotions and a really complicated way of viewing the world, that even if they have, motives that could be perceived as, villainous, not to say Ian's are, but, I like to understand where they're coming from with it and what makes it, how they've justified it in their head and so on and so forth. So when writing Ian, I think that, writing Trick was one thing because you're really trying to subvert this stereotype of born again Christians, but with Ian as well. I mean, people arrive with this sense of what is a porn star or somebody who has starred in adult pornographic films. They have a certain sense of who that person is, and the first thing that comes across is not lonely, heartless, and frightened. Well, maybe heartless. I don't know. I don't feel that way. But that's what it points to, is that I don't feel that way. I mean, these people that we see, and we see them in such a certain light, we don't think about that part of themselves that they don't show to the rest of the world. And I'm always really interested as a writer in going to those places, and so I give them the same amount of respect emotionally as I would give to any other character. And so, I mean, Trick and Ian, they're both human beings, and to deny them a multifaceted personality is, to me, not good art, and not honest. And I'm just always striving to write people that feel honest and stories that feel honest, and that means giving everybody their due emotionally. I also think that, you know, to make a character feel real, I mean, people embody a lot of different things every moment. I mean, we don't know, we can't articulate how we feel all the time, because it's usually a good mix of one thing and the other. We're sort of walking contradictions in a lot of ways. So while Ian can be very seductive, at the same time he's incredibly lonely. And that to me is something that makes a lot of sense, even if it's hard to articulate or hard to show. That to me is what makes an honest character, is, characters who act out of character sometimes. So I hope that answers that question.